Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulihil Kareem. Welcome back to the class, Alhamdulillah. In the first session, we covered the first 3 lines of understanding and applying the Arabic letters, okay? And we also understood the structure of the S for smile and H for heavy. So we know that when we smile on any letter as we're saying it, that's how we know that it's an S for smile. So, for example, let's just go over a review session. So alif, this right here is alif, and we smile there. And it would be better if you take notes as we're doing this. Just try to draw the letter as best as you can to your handwriting. As long as you understand it, that's perfectly fine. It's best to take notes so that you know how to say the letter, especially if this is the first time that you're learning these letters. So this is alif, ba, also smile, da, smiling, tha, tha, also smiling, Jim, smiling, ha, ha, from your throat, smiling, kha, kha, scratching at the top of your throat, kha, heavy, dal, dal, also smiling, zal, zal, also smiling, ra, ra, this is heavy, it's already written here, but we'll just write on top of it, heavy, za, za, very clear Z sound, buzzing sound, za, smiling, seen, seen, very clear S sound, whistling sound, seen, also smiling, and then with the 3 dots on top, sheen, sheen, also smiling, and then we have sod, sod, which is heavy, and then we have dod, dod, and that is also heavy. Now let's go ahead and continue on with the new letters. So now that we understood this, we can go ahead and clear them out. Okay. Now let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more, inshallah, so that we can see closer. Okay. All right. So we have the new letters right here. Okay, right here we have the letter ta, ta, like I thought I saw that guy. Ta, ta, I thought, like that. So T H O U. I thought, like, thought. So we could just put the word thought. Thought, but except without the T. So just ta, 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 if that helps you remember. And this is clearly a heavy letter. So we'll put an H here for heavy. This right here, we have the letter za. This is like ta, but it's like a Z sound coming out, a heavy Z sound. Za, za. So we could put Z-A-W, za, but it's a heavy Z. So heavy. Ta, za. Right here we have another letter, okay? And this is the letter ayn, ayn. And you have to hear it coming from your throat. Ah, ah. It's a very deep sound in your throat. Ayn, ayn, ayn. And this is a smiling letter because you're smiling. Ayn. Okay, now this letter right here is a bit confusing because there's an exception here. It's gonna look like you're smiling on this letter, but it's actually heavy, and you will understand why later on in a future lesson. But this letter right here, this was ayn, right? Ayn without the dot on top. This letter right here is ghayn, ghayn. And just like on the letter kha over here, where you scratched at the top of your throat, kha. Over here, you're also scratching from the same spot. Gha, gha, gha. ghain, ghain, ghain. That's what this is. And this is heavy. Even though you're smiling at the end, this is heavy. And I will explain to you why later on, inshallah. But next we have the letter fa, like the F sound. So basically just putting F, A, A. Fa, fa, fa. Okay, like we can use the word fat, fat, without the T. Fa, exactly like that. Okay, and by the way, I forgot to write what this would be in English, in case you're taking the notes. It's spelled this way, but it's not ain, ain. It's ain, ain from your throat. Over here we could say G, H, A, I, N. Okay, this is not a C, this is a G, by the way. So, ghain, ghain. That's what this is. You're scratching from your throat just like you do for kha. Right? Then we said this is fa, which is obviously a smiling letter. And then over here, we have the letter qaf, qaf. So we could put Q, A, W, F. And right here we have the letter qaf, qaf. Now here's something that people get mixed up with. There's a letter called kha, especially in India and Pakistan, where this letter is usually mixed up. When they're saying the letter qaf, they add a scratching sound like khaf, khaf, and so that becomes a bit of a problem. And so we cannot mix up those two letters together. So it's either kha or it's qa, qa, qa. You know, like the crow, the sound that they make, qa, qa, qa. No scratching at all. It comes from your throat. Qaf, qaf, the very top of your throat. So this letter, qaf, is a heavy letter. Looks like the light is burning out from behind me, but we'll fix that later, inshallah. Qaf. Okay. And then the next one, we have the letter gaf. The letter gaf. So it's like qaf, but you're just smiling. Gaf. Gaf. And so we have S for gaf, because you're just smiling. And this is going to be spelled K A A F. SubhanAllah, the light is going crazy. Let me go fix that real quick. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, so we have the letter gaf right here, which is a smiling letter. Okay, so we have gaf. Okay, and then next we have the letter lam. So basically, like like lamb, the animal. That's exactly how it sounds, but we're gonna spell it like this. L-A-A-M. Lamb. So we have gaf right here, and then we have lamb right here. And we'll put an S there for that. Okay, so when you're taking notes, make sure that you're also writing the English down, especially if you're new to this. That will help you remember. Qaf, gaf, lam. Okay, right here we have the letter meme. We have the letter meme. Okay, so that's very simple. Meme. And we'll put an S there. Okay, right here we have the letter noon. The letter noon, which is also another exception. This is it. We're not smiling technically. We're not saying noon, noon, right? But we're still gonna put an S there for smiling. So the two exceptions so far is ghain, ghain, when we're smiling but it's actually heavy, and noon when we're not really smiling and we're putting a smile there still. So that's what that one is. So we have noon, okay? And then next we have the letter wow. So with the letter wow, we have Um, basically exactly like saying wow, but we're smiling. So, wow, that is awesome. So that's what we have. Wow, but we smile. Wow, wow. So that's how you do that. So S. Okay, remember in the beginning I told you about the letter ha from your throat, that there's going to be two letters that sound like ha? This one comes from your throat. The one that we did up here, this one is from your throat. Ha. But this is another type of ha, but this one doesn't come from your throat. It comes from your chest inside. So when you take a deep breath and you say, that ha comes all the way from inside, right? That is exactly what this ha is. It comes from your chest. It comes from the inside. So you're not going to give an emphasis from your throat. You're not going to say, not like that. But you're going to do ha, ha, like that. Like as if you're taking a deep breath. Ha, like that. So this is that ha. Okay? And we'll spell it the same way. H A A for ha. And this is obviously a smiling letter. Now this itself right here is not a separate letter. This is actually two letters combined. Lam and alif combined, which we don't have to focus on this much because we'll automatically learn about this when it comes to the Quran. So we're not going to put time into this specific one right here. But let's go on and move to this. This letter is called Hamza. Like, you know, your friend Hamza? That's exactly what this is. Sorry about the handwriting, it's a bit difficult. But Hamza. And Hamza, it has the same sound as the letter Alif when you put anything on it. We'll go over that. Some people say that there's 29 letters of the Arabic language, and some people say there's 28. The reason they say there's 28 is because they say that Hamza and Alif are both the same letter. That's why. So think of it that way, that Alif and Hamza are the same letter. Next, we have the letter Ya. Ya. And this is as easy as it gets. Hey, did you eat food? Yeah, I did. That's what this is. Yeah. We'll put Y-A and smile here. By the way, for this one, I forgot to write how to spell it. Noon, like good afternoon. That's exactly what this is. Noon. Okay, so, and we're going to cancel this one out for right now, and we'll focus on that later. So, Alhamdulillah, we're done with the Arabic letters, and let's go ahead and review as we go. We'll start from the beginning. We can go ahead and do it like this. We'll scroll up to this. Okay, just ignore these for now. When we scroll down, it'll fit in. But this is Alif, Ba, Ta, Sa, Jim, Ha from your throat, Kha, Dal, Zal, Ra, and then Za, Sin, Sheen, Sad, Dad, and then we have Ta, Ta, Za, Ain, Ain from your throat, Ghain, scratching, Ghain, and then we have Fa, Fa. Right here we have the letter Qaf, Qaf. Right here we have the letter Kaf, Kaf. Right here we have Lam, Lam. Right here we have Mim, Mim. Noon, Noon. Wow, wow. Right here we have the letter Ha from their chest. Ha. Right here we have the letter Hamza, Hamza. And right here we have the letter Ya, Ya. So now, alhamdulillah, we have covered completely the Arabic letters. And next lesson, we'll start being able to apply that to the Quran, inshallah. Continuing with the qaida, inshallah. So don't forget to share these videos, inshallah, as much as you can to get the reward of all the people who will be able to learn to recite the Quran. And please keep me in your du'as. Jazakallah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.